Good morning, friends. Today we shall start our the new topic or the remaining topic of the vitamin. Yesterday we have seen about that the fat soluble vitamins, but now in this period we shall see about the water soluble vitamins. The water soluble vitamins, there is a two kinds of vitamins, that is a B and C. So number of forms of the vitamin B, that is the first, it is a thiamine B1. It is one of the vitamin, they are water soluble vitamins, and the discovery, then the sources and the deficiency, it may be occurs due to the thiamine B1. Now it is isolated by Johnson and Doneth in 1936 and synthesized by Williams, and it is the recessed source of unpolished rice, and it is causes by the beriberi, heart flavor, gastric indigestion and the muscular atrophy. Now this, look at this picture, this is a picture, it is nothing but the sources of the vitamin B1. And in the animal source, that is the pork flesh, it is one of the richest source of B1, and it is also found into the whole grains or enriched grains. Now next one, it is the vitamin riboflavin, that is a B2. It is isolated by Weberg and Christens in 1932, and it is orange yellow compound containing D-ribose alcohol and the flavin. Now look at this, the significant sources of that riboflavin, that is vitamin B2. It is the milk product, enriched or whole grains, and it is a liver. Liver, it is one of the richest source of the vitamin B2. They are easily destroyed by ultraviolet light and the irradiation. And look at this picture, it is nothing but the sources of vitamin B2. Next one is the deficiency of riboflavin, which is the deficiency occurs due to the absence of that riboflavin in the animals of body, that is the riboflavinosis. The disease, it is known as the riboflavinosis. And what is the symptoms of that riboflavinosis is inflamed eyelids and sensitivity to light, reading in corona, means it is related to the eye, the cracks and redness of the corners of mouth, painful smooth purplish red tongue, this the color of that the tongue is a change, and inflammation characterized by skin lesions covered with green scales. And then the toxicity symptoms, they have none or the none reported to the riboflavin. Now next one is the pantothenic acids, that is a B3, and B3, it is discovered by the Wilders in 1901 and isolated by Williams in 1933, and it is synthesized by Stiller in 1940. Which of the sources of that the pantothenic acid, that is a B3, it is widespread in the foods, some organs, meats, mushroom and the whole grains. Which of the deficiencies occurs by the pantothenic acid, that is a B3? It is deficiency effect of man, it is not known, because the vitamin occurs in the all cereal foods or the all food stuff. But recently it found the burning pit syndromes. The toxicity symptoms is non-reported of the B3. Next one is the nicotinic acid, that is a B5. And this B5 vitamin is firstly shown by the Suzuki in 1912, and it was isolated by Vicinary in 1926 from the east. The significant source of the nicotinic acid, that is B5, that is milk, eggs, some meats, poultry and fish, the whole grains and enriched breads and the cereals foods. It forms in the nuts and all protein containing foods. Which of the food is present in the protein, it has present the nicotinic acid, that is a B5. Deficiency diseases, that is a deficiency disease, that is pellagra. It is one of the symptoms of that pellagra. It is caused by the diarrhea, it is caused by the abdominal pain, it is caused by the vomiting or inflamed structure, the swollen structure on the skin, the smooth bright red tongue is occurs, some depression, the patient is going on the some depressions, apathy, fatigues and the loss of memory, the headache and similar raging some children. This such type of the symptoms, they are occurs into the children's. Now look at this picture, that is the symptoms, that is the patches on the skin, that is the swollen or inflamed growth of the skin is occurs into the animal. It is nothing but called as the pellagra, and it is caused by the deficiency of nicotinic acid, that is a B5. Next one is the paradox vitamin B6, and it was discovered by Gorky in 1934. And the significant sources of that vitamin B6, all the vitamins, they are found in it is present into the some types of the foods, that is type of the meats, fish, poultry, then potatoes, and the non-citrus fruits, they are not present in the vitamin C. Such type of the fruits, they have richest source of paradoxin vitamin B6, that is fortified cereals. It is occurs into the liver, egg, meat, kidney, and the soya product. Now look at this picture, that is a watermelon, that is a chicken, that is a fish, that is a nuts. These are the sources of the paradoxin vitamin B6. Which of the symptoms it is occurs, or the deficiency of the vitamin 6, the person is suffering from the scaly dermatitis. Scaly dermatitis, anemia, that is a small cell types. The patient is going on the depression, confusion, abnormal brain, that is the wave pattern. Now the toxicity symptoms, that is the patient is going from the depression, that is fatigue, irritability, headaches, some types of the nerves is damaged, causing causing numbness and the muscles weakness, and leading to the inability to walk, and conclusions, that is the skin lesions, it is occurs on the skin. Now look at this picture, the hands, it has presents the skin lesions. It is due to the deficiency of paradoxin, that is vitamin B6. Next one is the biotin, that is called as vitamin B7. It is discovered by Batman in 1936. Adult, it is required 30 microgram per day, but the significant sources of vitamin B7, it is widespread in food, organs like meat, egg, yolk, soybean, fish, whole grains, and also produced by the GI bacteria. Deficiency symptoms are the same, that is the depression, lethargic, hallucination, numb and tingling sensation in the arms and the legs, means unwanted movement of the arms and the legs, it is occurring into the patient. The red scaly rash around the eyes, nose and the mouth, and due to this the deficiency of vitamin B7, hair loss is occurring into the person. The toxicity symptoms, it is not non-reported. Now the folic acid, that is vitamin B9, and it is discovered by the day, and it was isolated by the spinach leaf. Folic acid, it is also called as the folic acid or the folacin. Now which of the significant sources, that is fortified grain, leafy grains, vegetables, legumes, seeds, and the liver. Now look at this picture, this is the all types of cereal foods. In this the food, the vitamin B9 is present, and this food is useful for giving a folic acid by the animals being. Next one, it is the deficiency of, or the deficiency symptoms of the folic acids, that is anemia, large cell type, smooth red tongue, mental confusion, weakness, irritability, and the headache. These are the symptoms, they are occurring by the vitamins. The cyanocobalamin, it is vitamin B12. Vitamin B12, it is nothing but the B complex, and this is the isolated by the Smith and Parker from the liver in 1948. And the significant sources, that is animal product, when it is found into the meat, fish, poultry, shellfish, that is pearl oyster, that is edible oyster, that is milk, cheese, and the eggs, and it is occurs into the fortified cereals. Now deficiency diseases, that is pernicious anemia, it is characterized by decrease in blood cells count and deficiency sign hyperglycemia. Now this is the look at this picture, that is the anemia, that is the large cell types, or deficiency of folate or B2, that is produce pernicious anemia. These are the cell types, of number of cells is increases into the blood. Then inositol, it is one of the vitamin, and they are water soluble, and it was isolated by Sanchner in 1950 from the muscles. These the vitamins, they are isolated from the muscles. What is the significant sources of the yeast, brain, stomach, kidney, spleen, liver, and the blood. But it is sometimes it is occurs into the soybean, citrus foods, vegetables, and the grains. Now, deficiency disease. Occurring to the inositol, there is a not known in man, but it causes aplokia in the mice and the rats. Means it has only reported into the animals. They are not reported to diseases due to the in a man's. That is the ascorbic acid, that is vitamin C. It is very most important vitamins for the human beings or the animal beings. It was isolated by Saint Gorgon 1920 and synthesized by Richardson in 1933. Men it is required 90 milligram per day. Women it is required 70 milligram per day. And smokers, those are the human beings. They are continuously smoker. It has requires the above 35 milligram per day. Upper level for adult, that is a 2000 milligram per day, is required by the ascorbic acids. Now the significant sources, that is citrus fruit, cabbage type vegetables, dark green vegetables, strawberries, tomatoes, potatoes, papaya, and the mangoes, and it is easily destroyed by heat and the oxygen. Now look at this picture. This is the picture. It is the sources of vitamin B6 or vitamin C, that is a water soluble vitamin. Now, which of the deficiencies occurs due to the vitamin C? That is the scurvy. It is one of the most important symptoms. They are occurring by the patients due to the deficiency of vitamin C. Then another one is the anemia, that is the small cell type. Then arthrosclerotic plaque, means it is related to the arthritis. Then it is a pinpoint hemorrhage. Then bone fragility, it is occurring by the joint pains. Poor wound healing, that is the wound structure is found on the skin. That is frequent infection, bleeding gums, and loosen the teeth. Teeth are loose for the deficiency of vitamin C. That is muscle degeneration and the pain, hysteria and depression. It is the rough skin. Look at these two pictures. That is a loosening of the teeth. They may be occurs into that the patients, and the some patches, they are present on the skin of the animals. These are the water soluble vitamins. Thank you. Welcome your suggestions and the questions. All the students, may I request to you, your post and your comments and your questions, they have post on the Google Classroom. Thank you once again.